Hi, I'm Sam Penny. I'm going to be your coach through this core values course. Thought it best to give you a bit of an outline about who I am and why I'm best placed to offer this core values course for food businesses and food founders. Look, I've been in the trenches for a good 25 years of small business, and also across that time, working with a lot of founders around the world in how to improve their business, and not just food businesses, but across a whole range of different industries. I originally started off as a civil engineer, working on big road projects. And the benefit that being an engineer gave me was a good sense of process and structure. Uh, One of my passions, most people probably wouldn't call it a passion, is that I used to love making databases. And so that then allowed me to become an IT manager for a mid-size engineering firm. I've worked for the federal government here in Australia doing research and development grants for small to medium enterprises and giving out grants up to about $5 or $10 million. That was fantastic because it allowed me to get behind the scenes of businesses that are really doing some interesting R&D and being able to work with founders through the whole process. And my role was basically to get them in the best position to get the money. So I wasn't just assessing. I was on their side working with them to put the best foot forward and also make any changes that they had to do internally. I studied an MBA in Brisbane, Australia, and it was actually a triple major: marketing, finance, and entrepreneurship. Uh, Loved it, absolutely loved it. I then went on to run a medical device company. This was my company. I launched a couple of great brands in that medical devices. One of them in particular was distributed through 1,500 pharmacies. It was technology that pharmacies had never seen, a price point that was twice they had ever sold, and us as a company had never been in the industry before. But that's one of the things, when you identify what the problems are, you can address them and use all your past experiences to create the best outcome possible. And that's what it is about having a coach and someone like myself who has been in the trenches for so long. I've made all the mistakes, and that's why I'm here to guide you along the path so that you don't make the same mistakes that I have and also all your competitors make. I love startups. I've started up several businesses. I've started up, many brands over the time. One of the last companies that I started was an online cheese retailer. And it turned out to be Australia's largest online cheese retailer. We shipped about 120,000 orders of cheese direct to people's homes right around Australia. And if you know Australia, it's not an easy place to ship by all means. Uh, but I knew what the problem was and found a solution to make it work. And so that business has given me a great foundation in e-commerce. And particularly for a lot of small artists and producers, e-commerce is a vital part to creating a great business. We often think that it's all about getting on the shelves of stores, but if we can control our brand and sell a lot more direct to the end user, then we're in a pretty good position to create profit. Uh, and not everything needs to go into a store. And there are certain groups of products that do go into stores, and particularly ones that lead into the larger supermarket chains. But there's many different avenues to market these days, and that's why I'm here to guide you on this process. Uh, I currently have my own cheese business. It's called Max and Tom, uh, and basically I use it as a bit of a showcase. So if there's any new principles that I want to try out, I try it out there and see how it performs. I collect a lot of data and see what works and what doesn't. It's given me a good understanding of particularly how retail works, distribution works, and marketing your own brand in the food space. So that's been fantastic to be able to be in the trenches with you and uh, put me in a much greater position to guide you along the way. Outside of all the business stuff, gee, uh, as people, some people know, I've swam the English Channel, 34 kilometers, England to France, back in 2019. Sorry, 2018. In 2019, I was the first person, and still the only person in the world who's ever attempted to swim it in winter. Yes, it was cold, just in a pair of speedos, 10-degree water. Cold. 34 k's is a long way. Didn't make it all the way, but sometimes you just need to give things a go to see how it pans out. I've done an ice mile, 1,600 meters, a mile long swim in 3.9-degree water. Once again, a pair of speedos. Crazy, I know. I love just pushing myself, challenging myself. I'm not out to race others. I'm out to see what happens and what it feels like. And that's also my approach to business. Try new things, constantly try new things to see what happens, to see what is going to be the outcome. And, with that, we grow, we learn from every new experience that we have. If we keep just, racing others, sort of, that's why we're always racing against the competition. But what we're trying to do is stand out from the competition. We're trying to be the lead dog. If you ain't the lead dog, the scenery never changes. And so, yeah, it's really important to always be trying new things and not necessarily be too focused about the competition. And that's why I've created this core values course. Your core values are unique to you, and they are not the same as what your competitor is. And that there already is your unique selling proposition, your core values, because you're going to have customers who are going to be aligned with them. Um, yeah, I've clearly got a deeply defined set of core values. I'm passionate about small business, working with founders anywhere in the world. And that's why I'm really excited to guide you through this core values course. And hopefully, we get to work one on one with some of my coaching programs. Hope you enjoy the course.